Hi, welcome to Santosha Rose. My name's Sam, and today we have a sequence that is including two of my favourite things. So we're going to be twisting and stretching. I'm excited to share it with you. See you on the mat. We're going to start the practice today in a comfortable cross-legged seat, hands resting on the knees or the tops of the legs, just gently closing the eyes. I'm just going to take these first couple of breaths in the practice to arrive here, arriving onto your mat, feeling the breath coming into the body as the body expands, the breath coming out as the body relaxes. Feeling that sense of being grounded on the mat, lifting up through the crown of the head with that straight spine. Gonna gently flutter the eyes open. Gonna inhale, lifting the arms up, feeling that same sense of expansion as we raise the arms above the head. Exhale, slowly bringing the arms back down, feeling that sense of connection, of groundedness. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bringing the hands gently back down. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. And this time on the exhale, we're going to take a twist. So the left hand comes to the right knee, the right hand comes behind. Inhaling and lengthening. Exhaling, maybe finding a little bit more twist. The inhale, come back to the center, raising the arms above the head. Exhale, taking a twist to the left hand side. Left hand comes behind, right hand to left knee. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and twist. We're going to inhale, coming back to the center, reaching the arms above the head. Exhale, slowly bringing the hands back down, feeling that sense of groundedness, of connection. We're going to reach up and forward, coming into our tabletop position. Shoulders over wrists, knees over hips, planting down through the palms here, feeling the engagement of the core coming in towards the spine, pressing into the tops of the feet on the floor and all of the fingers. You're going to bring the tummy down, lifting the head up, opening up in the chest, pressing into the hands, curling through the spine, chin comes into chest, navel even tighter into spine. Syncing this up with the breath. Inhale, tummy comes down, we lift the head. Exhale, curling through the spine, chin comes into chest. Inhale, tummy down, lifting the head, opening up in the spine. This time on the exhale, we're going to curl through the spine, taking the hips back towards the heels, and then coming forward, imagining you are pushing a ball with your nose along the floor, pressing through the hands. We'll take that movement one more time, curling through the spine, taking the hips back, pushing forward and coming back up into our tabletop position. Grounding down through the right hand, we're going to lift the left arm up to the ceiling, opening up on the left hand side, then thread this left hand coming through. We come down onto the left shoulder, the left side of the head, lifting the right arm up to the ceiling, tucking it behind the back. Taking a full breath here. Reaching the right arm back up, planting it down on the floor, pressing through that right hand. We uncurl, lift the left arm up, and then bringing it back down. Planting down through that left arm, we lift the right arm up this time. Reaching up first, then we exhale, Thread that hand through, coming onto the shoulder, the right side of the head, lifting the left arm up and then tucking it behind the back, coming towards the right thigh. And lifting that left arm back up again, planting it down on the floor. We press into the left hand, uncurling, bringing the right arm back, opening up on the right hand side before bringing the right hand back down. We're going to take the hands a hand width further in front, tucking the toes, lifting the knees. We're going to send the hips up into downward facing dog. Feeling that sense of lift up through the hips here, maybe pedaling the legs, bending and straightening one leg and then the other. Looking under one arm, looking under the other arm. Feeling that nice movement in the spine. We're going to come up onto tiptoes, bringing the knees slowly down onto the floor with control. We're going to bend into the elbows, elbows coming into the body, chin and chest onto the floor. Our 8-point pose, hips lifting up, then scooping forward, coming onto our tummies, lifting into a baby cobra. Tops of the feet pressing into the floor. Bringing the head down gently to touch on the floor, pressing up through hands and knees. We tuck the toes, we lift the hips, coming back into downward facing dog. Bringing the feet together in this down dog, we're going to plant down through the left leg, lifting the right leg up, keeping the hips nice and square here. We bend the right knee and step through. Right foot comes between the hands. We bring the left knee down, untucking the left toe, pressing into that right foot. We lift the upper body, palms facing in towards each other, and then bringing the hands down, squeezing the shoulder blades together behind, opening up in the chest. Squeezing the thighs in towards the midline, hands coming down towards the floor, letting the hands feel heavy here. And placing the fingertips onto the floor, we straighten through the right leg, lifting the right toes up off the floor, keeping the hips nice and square here. Maybe you stay here, maybe you fold forward over that right leg. Taking a full breath here. And we're going to bend back through that knee, pressing into the right foot. Again, we lift up, palms facing in towards each other, then bringing the hands down by the sides, opening up in the chest. We're going to plant the hands on either side of that foot, tuck the left leg, lift the left knee. We're going to take the right leg back, downward facing dog. Feeling that sense of lift up through the hips, coming onto tiptoes, bringing the knees down, bending through the arms. 8-point pose, chest and chin touch the floor, hips lifting up. Then we scoop forward, baby cobra. Forehead comes down to touch on the mat, pressing through hands and knees, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Downward facing dog. Bring the feet together again. This time we're going to lift the left leg, keeping it nice and square, and step that left leg through in between the hands, bringing the right knee down, untucking the right toe, checking that alignment from the heel to the knee. We press into the left leg, lifting the upper body, arms facing in towards each other, feeling that lift first of all, and then bringing the hands down by the sides, opening up in the chest. Shoulder blades are squeezing together, thighs are coming in towards the midline. Then touching the fingertips down to the floor, we straighten in the left leg, peeling the left toes up off the floor, checking the hips are still nice and square. Maybe you stay here, maybe you fold forward over that left leg. Breathing into any places that feel tight. Then bending again through the left leg, we lift up, reaching the arms up first, lengthening through the spine, bringing the hands down by the sides. Breathing here. Framing the feet with the hands, tucking the right toe, send the left leg back. This is our last upward facing dog. Lifting up through the hips, pressing into the palms here. Toes angling in just a tiny bit towards each other, creating that inward rotation of the thighs. We're going to come back onto our toes, bringing our knees down, untucking the toes this time and sending the hips back into a child's pose, reaching the arms out in front. Maybe head comes down to the floor here, and just breathe. Now slowly walk the hands in towards the knees, taking the feet over to one side, coming into a sitting position. Legs come straight out in front. Legs straight if they want to go straight, maybe take a little bend. We're going to bring the toes towards the face. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, we're going to fold forward over the legs. Maybe your hands get to your knees, your shins, maybe they're all the way down to your feet. Wherever you are is fine. We're going to use the breath here to inhale and lengthen in the spine. Exhale, maybe finding a little bit more fold. And slowly bringing the hands up the legs. Going to scoop forward so that you've got lots of space behind. Reaching the hands in front. We're going to come down slowly and with control. So curling in the spine here. Bringing the spine down slowly. Coming down one vertebrae at a time. We send the arms out into cactus arms. So bending at the elbows. Backs of the hands, the wrists on the floor. You're going to bend the knees up, bringing the feet onto the floor and take the knees over to the right hand side. Keeping the left shoulder planting down onto the floor. Taking a full cycle of breath here. And engaging through the core to lift the knees with control back up to the center. And then taking the knees over to the left hand side. Keeping that right shoulder blade on the floor. Upper body stays square, lower body is twisting. Breathing here. And engaging through the core, we bring the knees back up to center. And tucking the knees into the chest. We're going to wrap the arms around the legs, taking a rock from side to side. And then we're going to rock gently up, coming back into our cross-legged position where we started the sequence. We bring the hands in front of the chest, bowing the head gently, closing the eyes. Taking a last mindful breath for this practice. And closing the practice together. Namaste. Thanks so much for sharing your practice with me today. If you enjoyed it, do give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know how you found it in the comments below. See you again soon.